Quick disclaimer before we jump into this video. I recorded this probably about 3 or 4 weeks ago when Jack Skellington was still a leak for Fortnite. We are well past that now. In the interest of not having to record this entire video again, just bear that in mind. Thanks and enjoy the video. Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So something really cool happened a few days ago. If you've known me for a while, if you've sat in on any of my streams, whether it's Fortnite or Kingdom Hearts, you've probably heard me talk about at some time or another how I'm super confident that Sora is eventually going to make his way as a crossover character into Fortnite. This is something I've been talking about for years, and frankly this video is long overdue, but a leak happened in Fortnite the other day, not about Sora, that just makes me so much more confident, and it's just finally time to make this video. I'm going to talk about this in greater detail later, but the thing that happened was Jack Skellington from The Nightmare Before Christmas was leaked as a character who is about to be coming into Fortnite. It'll probably be out. Honestly, by the time this video is out, he might already be in the game. But we're going to talk about that a little more in a little bit. Literally, when that leak happened, I woke up in the middle of the night around 4 a.m. and I was just up for 2 hours taking notes on everything I want to say to you guys about this. I swear to you, it is now only a matter of time until we get to see Sora grittying down the streets of Retail Bro. So all that said, let's jump into it. First things first, Disney has an incredible working relationship with Fortnite already. We've seen this time and time again through their constant crossovers with Marvel and Star Wars, to the extent that they've had full-on seasons dedicated to these franchises featuring them, whether it was the Marvel season where throughout the entire season they added different heroes and their weapons as usable items in the game, or the Star Wars season featuring the Mandalorian, where you could go to the cantina and slide around in the sand. And this working relationship has spanned years already. The first time, if I'm not mistaken, that they ever showed up would have been in Chapter 2 with the Deadpool collaboration, which was February of 2020. And since then, this has only spiraled. There are an insane amount of Marvel and Star Wars skins and other accessories in the game, and they only keep flooding in. And if that's not convincing enough for you, because I know there's plenty of people who are like, well, Marvel and Star Wars, that's not the same as proper Disney, it's not the same as seeing Sora show up. I see you guys, and you're right. So it's a good thing that's not the only extent that Disney's been in Fortnite. What a lot of people forget is that Wreck-It Ralph actually showed up in Fortnite long before Marvel or Star Wars did, back in, I believe it was November 2018, when Ralph Breaks the Internet was coming out. In the Fortnite location Risky Reels, it was essentially a movie theater, and they had a big movie screen that during the time you could see Ralph running across the screen as a tease to the movie, and the Hot Barat emote that is in the game, that's there because of Ralph Breaks the Internet. That was one of the dances he did in the movie. On top of that, you also have some Tron Legacy skins and accessories in the game. You could ride a light cycle around as your glider. It's pretty sweet, not gonna lie. And now with Jack Skellington coming into the game, he is in my opinion, the first proper actual Disney character skin that we're getting. Like I just said, there was some Tron stuff, but it's not like Tron himself is in the game. But now that we're getting Jack Skellington, this is the start of a whole new wave of collaborations, I think, to come. To me, this is pretty telling. If they're willing to put Jack in, they're willing to put other characters in. It's a matter of time. And when it comes to Disney and video games, specifically Disney with crossovers, they're no stranger to this already. Outside of Fortnite, Disney does it all the time. People just don't realize it. Off the top of my head, my favorite examples that I can think of would have to be Jack Sparrow being in Sea of Thieves, and the Jungle Book skins in Fall Guys are super cute. And then that's not even to mention how active Disney is in video gaming right now as a whole with, you know, Disney Speedstorm and Dreamlight Valley. Disney's got their foot in gaming more than people realize. And, you know, branching from that a little bit, Kingdom Hearts also has an established relationship already with Epic Games, being that is the sole home where you can get Kingdom Hearts if you want to play it on the PC. Epic Games, of course, being Fortnite's home. And Sora himself is already a crossover character, besides the obvious, with Kingdom Hearts, of course, being a gigantic Disney crossover with all these different worlds and Final Fantasy and whatever. That's not what I'm trying to talk about right now. I'm talking about other games that Sora's been in, because you have the most obvious one being Smash Ultimate. Granted, that is the most compelling one because that is non-Disney owned, non-Square owned. But you know, we do have to talk about a couple things with Smash Brothers. Sora was the #1 most wanted character by fans out of everyone, which in itself shows how popular Sora is and the desire to see him in more games. We also know straight from Tetsuya Nomura himself that Disney was on board immediately when it came to Sora. He was actually the one that wasn't about it at first. I'll put the quote on the screen or linked below, but I believe he said something to the effect of he was concerned about confusing fans to the canon state of how Sora showed up, which is so adorable. I love that. It's really funny. I love how much the man cares. But going beyond Smash Bros. Ultimate, Sora has been in multiple Final Fantasy games. He's been in Final Fantasy Record Keeper, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, the biggest one in my opinion being World of Final Fantasy, where he showed up as a DLC character. There's also a mobile Disney game called Emoji Blitz Battle, where Sora shows up alongside the Kingdom Hearts versions of Donald and Goofy, Aqua as well, funny enough, and the Shadow Heartless appear non-playable. And then even going outside of video games, Sora's appeared on Adult Swim. I believe it was an episode of Robot Chicken. That crossover is there's a little lack of taste in that, but the reason I bring it up is since it was allowed to happen in a mature rated setting, there's the start of a conversation there towards Sora being able to be in Fortnite, and we're going to talk about the cartoon gun violence and stuff. That's how I'm segueing here. We're going to talk about that in a second. And then like the Keyblade and stuff like that has appeared in a bunch of other stuff, but we don't need to get into every crossover that Kingdom Hearts has ever had in media. The point being that he bounces around all over the place already. Now getting into the gun conversation, because I know there's plenty of people online that think Sora is being withheld from Fortnite because of the violence in Fortnite, which to me feels a little silly. The biggest difference between Fortnite and Kingdom Hearts and Smash Bros. In that regard is simply the ESRB rating going from E10 to T. Kingdom Hearts itself isn't without cartoon gun violence. You have Zigbar with his guns, you have the pirates in Port Royal and the Caribbean in both Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, you have Clayton in Kingdom Hearts 1 straight up just shooting you with his rifle. Sora's got his blasters with his Keyblade transformation in Kingdom Hearts 3. And then if you want to talk about crossovers in this nature, looking at Super Smash Bros., there's several characters in there who fit that bill as well, most specifically Snake and Joker. Really looking at Snake, but I digress. That to me doesn't feel like a realistic reason why they would keep him out. There's plenty of characters in Fortnite already who don't use guns in their canon stories, movies, games, whatever they come from. And it's not like, it's Call of Duty or something. There's no blood spraying. It's just you shoot someone, they fall down, and then when they're knocked out completely, they just disappear. I would argue that some scenes in Kingdom Hearts are equally, if not more graphic than that. Going back to Nomura and his need for canon status and how he shows up places, with Fortnite it's super easy. Every time a character shows up, they just jump through a portal. And in this case, if you want to be a little clever with it, if you want to be cute, you can do it the same way you did with Super Smash Bros. And open up a key-shaped portal in the sky, have him glide down, maybe on a gummy ship glider, or maybe he's literally in the gummy ship and jumps out of it. Or maybe a flow motion's in. There's a lot of creative ways that you could have Sora enter. If you want to get really smart with it, since Wreck-It Ralph is already established in Fortnite as someone who's appeared, you could use Game Central Station as a way to bring Sora in. That'd be pretty cute, pretty clever, not gonna lie. I think that'd be really cool. That would be the easiest way in the world to establish a canon connection between the two franchises, if needed to satisfy Papa Nomura, which kind of also leads me into the cosmetics for Fortnite, because there's so much you could do with Sora and it would all go so well. Obviously his glider would be the gummy ship. Similar to Captain America, how his pickaxe and back bling are both his shield, you could do the same thing with the Keyblade. For the back bling, there's other options too. You could give him a Shadow Heartless as a pet, or even better than that, you could give him a Meow Wow, perhaps. Maybe a Chirithy. Ooh, that'd be really cute. I just thought of that now. That'd be really cool. Realistically, we'd most likely be looking at Sora being the only character. I wouldn't expect to see like Riku, Kairi, Roxas, Aqua, anyone else. When it comes to the video game crossovers, we tend to usually just get the main character. There's a few exceptions where we'll get like two, like Resident Evil. I know they came in a set. I know I'm blanking on the game they come from. Ryu and Chun-Li, one of those fighters, they came in together. There's some exceptions, but for the most part, the video game characters come in on their own. Although, that said, with Sora, there's so much creative stuff you could do with the skins. He could have so many alt skin variants where you could just change his outfit, whether it's the dry forms in Kingdom Hearts 2, the form changes in Kingdom Hearts 3, you could give him a dark form, resembling the Heartless that Riku made in Kingdom Hearts 1, or anti-form in 2, or rage form in 3. And then of course you have his Cage 1, 2, 3, and Dream Drop Distance outfits. There's an absurd amount you can do with Sora cosmetically. It'd just be so fun. And then with the game itself, when you bring Sora in, you bring the Keyblade in as a limited time weapon. weapon, similar to what they do with the anime seasons, where you had the Kamehameha Blast or the Thunder Spears from Attack on Titan. Bring the Keyblade in. Let it be a temp weapon. It could function similarly to the Kinetic Blade, or honestly, it could just be a fast melee weapon. Maybe you tap the trigger 3 times and you do Sora's basic combo from Kingdom Hearts. See what I'm saying? It's so easy to put him in there and figure all these things out without even putting effort into the thought process. A lot of this is off the top of my head. I wrote notes down, but I'm riffing right now. Very passionate about Sora getting into Fortnite. I think I've said everything I needed to say. To quick recap, this mostly all boils down to Disney and Fortnite love each other. They're all over the game. They make way too much money to stop doing crossovers, and now they're doing actual, more proper Disney IPs rather than just Marvel and Star Wars. People want Sora, the violence isn't an issue. There's no reason not to. But frankly, there's a lot of reasons to. And look at this shit. Come on. I swear to you, it is only a matter of time. So my question to you guys, I have 2 questions. Do you think I'm crazy for this? You agree, disagree? But also, more importantly, the question that I care more about because, I'm convinced. Obviously, I'm convinced. Is when Sora gets into the game. How do you want to see that happen? What cosmetics do you want to see? What skin variations do you want to see? Do you want to see them doing some kind of full-on collaboration in the game where we get the Keyblade, maybe we get a gummy ship glider? What do you want to see? Do you want to see Heartless popping up in the world similar to the zombies during the Fortnitemares events? It took me so long to remember the name Fortnitemares, wow. Thank you for watching this video. I believe my next one coming out is going to be talking about how I think they could include the World Ends With You characters in Kingdom Hearts 4. That was going to be this video, but I got far too excited when Jack got leaked, so sorry. So you got that to look forward to soon, and if you'd like another video to watch right now, somewhere on the screen will probably pop up the last video I did, which was my theory of how you can include Rinoa from Final Fantasy VIII in Kingdom Hearts 4. And until next time, I'll catch you guys later. Bye.